tutorial, I'm going to be trying out these markers. They're acrylic paint markers, and I'm going to give them a try on this. So I'm starting off with just a blank white stone. It's made by the molds that I got from the Happy Dotting Company. And I'm just using my General's charcoal pencil in the darker color, and I'm just doing some squiggles. And I'm just making sure that they're nice and loopy and that they intersect each other. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've recently been watching videos on YouTube and on Facebook about meditation art. And this is one of the forms of meditation art. So basically, your brain finds calm and sort of relaxation in round things. So things that are circular or flowy, that kind of thing. So what you need to do in this scenario, now that I've got it outlined in black, I am now rounding all of the intersections. So if you think of an intersection, there's four lines that are, or sorry, there's two lines intersecting each other, making four corners. So that means you've got to round off all four corners. And once you do this and you get it all done, it is so pleasing to the eye. And I thought, what better design to try out these markers? Now you'll see that I push down on them because the ink doesn't flow, or sorry, the paint doesn't flow all that well. So I have to push it down every once in a while. And I do my best with it, but I think what the problem was is that my base coat I did not let dry overnight, and I should have. I was just so excited to try and get this video out for you guys that I kind of pushed the limits. And so the white paint was actually clogging up my black markers. So I eventually do switch over to black paint. But the beauty of that mishap showed that the black marker and the black paint did not interact with each other in a negative way. So it actually worked really well, and it was the same color black, and I was very happy with that. So I know that that was because I didn't let it dry completely, the white base coat, and it was just clogging up the marker tip, and that's why the paint wouldn't flow properly. So I go back to the trusty old paintbrush, and I continue doing all of the edges. So all the corners, I just round them off, and I do every single one. And you may miss some, but that's okay. You can definitely go back, look at it. Maybe there's one that's an area of it's too large. So you can always put another line in there and just round off the corners, and it's back to looking really cool. I was actually impressed with the design that I ended up getting out of this. And the really neat thing too is it, no matter how many times you do this, your design is always going to be different. So that's another thing that I like about it. I like being unique. I like having options of doing whatever. I pride myself in not duplicating because, well, if you've watched my videos or any of them, I have mentioned that I just simply cannot duplicate. I've tried, and it never comes out the same way. So that's the really nice thing about doing art, is that it's your own creation, and each time you do it, it's a reflection of how you're feeling that day. So you may do the same design, but on different days, and all depending on so many different variables, like how your day was, how the weather is, if you got good news or had a great conversation, or maybe you're not feeling it completely. Maybe it's a gloomy day outside. So you tend to paint it a little bit different. And that's the benefit of art and using it as meditation, because this really grounds you and it really makes you focus, but it also becomes very pleasing to your brain to calm down and sort of mellow out and let those negative things that happened in the day just sort of float away. So it's a really neat technique that I discovered, and I wanted to share it with all of you. So now I found that the design that I originally did wasn't big enough. So now I'm going in and I'm adding more lines as if I made them while I made the original design. So still with the flowy kind of up and down, and not trying to do too many straight edges. But it again, it's okay because you can just round off the edges or the corners and you're good. So I'm making sure that they go over top of each other, that there was kind of like a chain that I just created, and just so much fun. So I go ahead and I do all of this, and using the black paint, I just go around and do exactly the same thing. So I don't mind if they touch or if they don't touch. All I'm caring about is making sure that every intersection is rounded off. Now you can make it so that they're all kind of circles or anything like that. You can make them so that they're squares, and then you just round off the edges of the squares. Again, it's just to help the mind ease and settle, and that's what it's all a part of. Um, so this technique also reminds me a lot of native art. So I was actually watching it develop as I was painting, and I'd sit back and I'd look at it and be like, wow, this looks very similar to native art, whether it be indigenous or Métis or Inuit or anything like that, or the different varieties from the different nations. It's just amazing how this looks like that. So it just tells you that even way back with all of their art forms, they had already known about this kind of art form. And it's just very relaxing, and I really enjoyed doing it. So I will tell you that this piece is not completed. So I guess, got so enthralled with settling my brain that I ended up having artist block, if that's a thing. It's kind of like writer's block, but it's an artist block. And I didn't know what color to paint in the different designs inside. So once I complete this, you'll see near the end with it all done, and it's just black and white. But I want to reach out to you guys. What do you folks think that the color scheme I should use to fill in these colors? So the rule is that you can use 3 or 4 colors, but they cannot touch each other. So you cannot have, like, for example, a purple and a purple beside each other. It'll have to be like a purple and a blue and a green, so that you can maneuver them around so they don't touch each other. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to put a comment below of the 3 colors that you think I should use to paint this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those comments, and then I'm going to come up with a color palette, finish it, and I will be posting it next week. So get those comments in down below. If you're new to my channel too, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell, because I like to post a lot of stuff, and I have got a series coming up that I'm really excited about. And I'll sort of give you a little hint here. Actually, I'll just tell you because it's better that way, I think. So last year I did the 12 days of Christmas. So I did one painting a day for the 12 days of Christmas leading up to Christmas. So I'm going to do something similar this year. However, I'm going to do it for Halloween. So we're going to have the 12 days of Halloween. I know it's not really a thing, but I'm going to make it a thing. This is going to be my thing. It's Northern Pieces thing, and we're going to make it. And you're going to come along with me for the ride. So stay tuned for that. I've been busy working on them, as well as so many other things. I have craft shows coming up, artisan shows coming up, and I'm just so excited about this season. Fall is my absolute favorite season, and I'm just so excited about it. It means that the summer's finally winding down. We're all getting back into routine of school and work, and having that equal balance, extracurricular activities, whether it be soccer or hockey, or maybe it's even being on team sports within your school. But um, I always get excited about this time of year. So let me know, like I said, in the comments, 3 colors that you think would look really good on this particular rock. So I do paint the outside completely black, so it's just the design. And I really want to add color. I do like the black and white, but I really want to add the color because that is part of the meditation art, is to add the color that are pleasing to you. So give that a thought and let me know. Once I get those comments, I will sit down and I will film what colors I used. I'll give credit to who provided those colors, and hopefully together, you and me will make this rock absolutely stunning. Now, I'm going to also do it, I think, in metallics. So that if you know anything about paint, metallics have this really nice glimmer to them. And I think it would be really cool to see it in metallic paint. So I have most of the colors under the rainbow in metallics. So you just tell me what color and I'll see what I can do with that. I'm actually really excited about this and what we come up with. Um, and yeah, I think this is so cool. And it's absolutely amazing on how many different designs you get just from scribbling, basically. But it's wonderful. And I tell you, once I finished painting this, I felt very calm. I felt relaxed. And I get the same feeling when I do my dot paintings. So if it's a dotted mandala or something like that, I get the same feeling from that. And I think it's because of the symmetry. This, though, there is no symmetry, but there is circles. So maybe that's what it is. I'm not exactly sure, but all I know is that I really enjoyed doing it, and I can't wait to do more. I've got plans for other ones that I want to do, but it's got to take the time to get the videos edited and put up for you guys. So stay tuned because winter will be coming. Oops, sorry, I said that awful W word. But winter for me means hibernation. So I will be doing a lot more painting, not a lot of stuff going on outside because I stay inside. And so I'll be doing a lot of different paintings and stuff for you, and getting them out and hopefully getting back onto schedule for posting once a week. So I hope you found that this was interesting and that you give it a try. I will post the final results next week with the colors. So remember, folks, life is what you make it. So get creative.